Velkommen til en halv times tid med Bluegrass hos fru Jensen.
All right, Danny, how about a little bit of cabin? Oh, how about a little bit of that sled riding?
I'm getting a very good feeling about vaccination rate this moment. Thank you to Randy Garudi and, of course, Danny Meyer, who's doing so much to help us with the recovery, and the entire team. I've got to finish chewing for a moment. I think that would be more dignified, don't you think?
Oh, bad time to be a smuggler.
That was Operation Pacific Viper.
How much are they getting paid?
Oh, all the chanters train under
work. And Hyundai, one question. Are y'all hiring?
The media is ignoring voters and trying to give icebreakers air support, but Homan's not taking it. He took a break from bagging Merrill and dads to ice MSNBC.
I'd love some transparency as to why a lot of these people have been disappeared.
Here's the rhetoric again, right? You just meant disappeared. That is a ridiculous thing to say.
Why?
Because ICE is doing the same thing we've done for decades. Comments like you just made is one of the reasons why these men and women are under threat every day.
You live in New York?
Who are you?
Don Lemon.
You're a moron, dude.
Thank you. So are you.
Yeah, oh, that's very nice of you
Yeah,
to
nice to
say.
say.
Except you've never heard anything I've had to say, and I've heard a whole bunch of what you've
I'm glad you watched me.
Do you have anything interesting to say? Do you want to ask me?
Yeah, I think this is very interesting right now because you're not making any sense, and so far you're not able to defend yourself.
Hey, I'm not trying to defend myself.
Yeah.
I called you a moron. I don't need to defend that because it's accurate.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Put on the brakes, put on the brakes. Welcome, welcome, boys and girls, children of all ages, deplorables, hoofties, poofties, bung-eyed heifers, right and left-wing wackos, woodchucks, and chuckettes, kings and queens of the Northeast Kingdom, which is what they call this part of Vermont, to another version of It's News to Us. And let's see, who are we? Where are we? Thank you, Philo. You're watching It's News to Us, where Newport's oldest TV news watches Neil. Hell, Neil Brown Kill. And the day after the French government goes belly up, supposedly a NATO country gets hit by drones from Russia. Invoking Article 5, which means an attack on one is an attack on all. And what a coincidence. What a coincidence. And Britain's government's teetering on the edge of collapse also. But, yeah, look them up, man. They're brutal. Okay, and speaking of Europe and the socialist, communist, here's where you can find out about the Zohan, as I call him, like that Adam, what's his name, the guy from Saturday Night Live made that movie, Don't Mess with the Zohan. Let's see, Adam Sandberg, that's it. Okay, and here we are. More doctors smoke camels than any other butt. Yep, that's what they used to say, man. Trust me, and they believed it too. And here's old Ronald Reagan. And what does it say down on the bottom of this one? Buy the beautiful Christmas card carton. Yeah, it's a Christmas card in every carton. Now, I wondered about this. Why would the government, the U.S. government, allow weed to be patented? And who owns the patent? Health and Human Services. So that means Bobby Kennedy Jr. now owns the patent for weed, Philo?
I would doubt it.
Well, it says here HHS patented it.
Might have been before you got here.
Yeah. It's weird, man. It's weird, think about it. What they could do now that they patented weed, it was well over 10 years ago, is they could say that weed is patented, invoke the Patent Act, and get everybody to stop growing and have government weed, like a government mule. Go figure. That one needs some more exploration. And yeah, the Fedsurrection, we're still finding out that the Loudermilk hearings, what's his name? Committee, the Loudermilk Committee. He's looking into this stuff. All of the bombs they found at the DNC and the RNC, the supposed bombs, and there's still 14,000 hours of video they haven't let loose. And and one of the things, Bobby, they just came out today too. The White House or the administration is looking into banning the TV ads for pharmaceuticals. Philo.
So far, there's only been one ad that I've ever seen that's actually done me any good, and that was for Paxlovid. I knew about it, and when I got COVID the second time, and they gave it to me because of my age, and the COVID was gone in 3 days.
Oh man!
But boy, did everything taste like steel.
Yeah, that's what everybody says, like having a mouthful of pennies.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, the side effects are worse than half the. It's crazy, and there are only 2 countries that allow the commercials, and that's the U.S. and New Zealand. Go figure. The Kiwis. And here's for you Vermonters out there. Give them a call. Tell them to get with the program. Stop beating up on Bobby Kennedy Jr. Come to find, you should have seen that hearing yesterday, Philo.
I did. I've seen a lot of it.
Yeah, the one there was it yesterday or the day before? It was good. They were going on and trying to beat up on Kennedy, and he was punching them right back. And it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. And all you folks who want the chip plants in the United States, here's what an old timer. Now, mind you, this is a chip plant from the 1970s, 80s. The old IBM plant, Global Foundries. Now, here's what their permit allows them to dump into the Winooski River every single day. Go figure. Oh, and here's a picture of IBM's CEO, Herr Watson, getting the Volks Medal from Herr the Fuhrer in 1937 for selling the Nazis the computers punch card computers that rounded up the Jews. And last but not least, booze equals death, and we're finding that out with the Gen Z kids are finding that out too.
Alcohol consumption is a 90-year low.
That's incredible, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're smoking weed instead, probably, but still.
Oh, that was that's where they held the press conference from with Bobby Kennedy and Attorney General Pam Bondi. They had it out in Chicago, and they had confiscated a warehouse full of vape pens, Philo.
No kidding.
Chinese vape pens. They said some of them had THC. Some of them had one vape pen had as much nicotine as a whole pack of cigarettes. And I'm wondering why the kids are showing up at the emergency rooms. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's crazy. And what else? The flavors and the tungsten burners and stuff. It's just nuts, man. And the Biden administration, get this, Philo, the Biden administration didn't do anything about this crap, even though they knew about it. They didn't do anything about it because, you know what, they were friends with China. Remember Joe Biden said, hey, the thing is, they're not bad folks. Yeah, especially when they're giving me and my son millions of dollars, like 30 million or whatever it was. Yeah, they're not bad folks. Yeah, they're lining our pockets. And
this is very true.
Yeah, so Biden had allowed them to sell this friggin' poison, and they jimmied the statistics. They had like one study that's I don't know how many years old. It said that the teenage vaping usage was only at about 5 to 7%. Philo.
No kidding.
Yeah, no kidding is right. They estimate Bobby Kennedy Jr. estimated it at more like 50 to 60%, Philo.
Yeah. Well, you know, some people, no names to mention, but some people, they believe everything the government tells them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's a lot of vaping. And we're talking kids in general, high schoolers and middle schoolers, because they get them hooked in middle school, man. It's crazy. Oh, in the booth we have Philo T. Farnsworth, the College of Musical Knowledge. You can see him in the booth there behind the glass. We keep him locked in there and slide a pizza under the door every now and then. Otherwise, he'd be out here biting people. And we don't want that to happen anymore. He bit one person. He pooped in the corner. He's just not house trained at all. But we're working on it, man. We're working on it. He's a good engineer. And you can see his videos, his drumming videos. He is the Rolls Royce of drummers. You can see his drumming videos at Terry DeFazio on YouTube.
You know who I'm going to go see Friday?
Oh, who?
Carl Palmer.
Oh, sweet.
Second time I've seen him this year, and I'll tell you, it's well worth it. The guy is really incredible. And especially at his age.
Damn. Yeah.
Excuse me.
None of us are getting any younger.
No, not us.
Boy, do I know that. Anyways, what have we got for news that's news that you won't see on the news, or in news that they're just not, you only see on one conservative station, and they tend to cherry pick even when it comes, especially when it comes to the Pew Crane.
Well, you know what it is, Steve. It has to do with money. It is. Yeah. It's what do your viewers want to see, and what will your sponsors pay for?
Well, that damn Brian Kilmeade on Fox News, he's an all-out war member, and go figure, Terry, he's never served in the military.
Oh no, you mean like several of our presidents?
Yeah. Well, at least the one we got now, but he's points toward peace. And he said that he didn't know anything about baby Netanyahu blowing up that the Hamas holes in Qatar. Because, see, no matter who the president is, according to Steve Bannon, and you can see him on warroom.org, according to Bannon, Washington is actually run by three outfits, CENTCOM, the CIA, and the Federal Reserve. And the strike in Doha sends that they're ending their mediator role in the peace negotiations. I think Trump might have known about it, but he has to say that he didn't know about it, Philo.
Yeah, I know.
You know? And the Qataris said that negotiations are suspended. Now, this is a sticky wicket because we have something like 20,000 troops over there in a base.
That's right.
And a lot of people don't know that. And it's 1,100 miles from Israel. So we had to have known about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If we've got a base over there and we've got that many troops over there, you can bet your bottom dollar that we have advanced radar capabilities to protect our people. And when those Israeli jets came flying in, the Israeli jets are basically F-16s. The Israelis retooled them and they call them Lavis, L-A-V-I, which is Hebrew for lion, I think. Yeah, they're lion mofos. And so anyways, yeah, that's it. Negotiations are suspended and they've ended the mediator roles. And yeah, and one day after the French government collapsed, and that's another thing, NATO isn't going to do diddly squat, man, because they're broke, man. They're broke. They've ruined their economy. They've ruined their economies by allowing in all these third world Skraelings and Muslims, and then getting rid of their baseload electrical power and moving to this whole green energy stuff. It's a good idea. Sure, we should go to green energy, but when you try and run your whole country on it, no, it's no, it didn't work. It didn't work, and they're finding out now it didn't work. Only the French kept their nuclear power, and they're winding up powering up the whole of Europe, from what I understand.
Yes, and they can recycle their spent energy rods too.
I'd like to see how that's done, really.
They recycle them, and they can actually use them again. So they're actually depleting it more, so it's less dangerous, from what I've been told.
Yeah, I worked with nuclear, the General Atomics out in San Diego, and I had quite a few long conversations with the engineers. I had a real high-tech cafeteria up there. It was like the place looked like the Jetsons, Philo.
No kidding.
Yeah, they had the building the cafeteria was in. It was up above Sorrento Valley, and you could see it was right on the edge of the northern edge of La Jolla, up in Torrey Pines, and it looked like a flying saucer had landed on the eastern part of this hillside. And it looked down over the I-5 freeway and the Sorrento Valley. It was a trip, man. It was a trip. But yeah, and they told me, one of the guys told me, he says, whatever you do, he says, don't park your car over in that corner of the lot. I'm there, why not? He says, well, they had a fork truck that was radioactive, so they buried it in that corner of the parking lot years ago. Now, I didn't know if the guy was pulling my leg or not, but, needless to say, I didn't park there anyways.
Yeah.
So anyways, right after the French government collapsed, drones, supposedly Russian drones, hit eastern Poland. Oh, and get this. That party, the German Popular Party there, the Alternatives for Deutschland, Philo?
Yeah.
The ones that want to send the Muslims back to their home countries?
Yep.
6 of their candidates have died 13 days apart.
Huh.
Yeah. What a coincidence, huh?
Well.
Uh-oh. Another booth, Mr. Lincoln? Oh, man. What were you going to say, Philo? I'm sorry.
It's, I'll tell you, Germany is now deporting a whole bunch. Poland is stopping them at the border. And I guess Hungary is too.
Well, Hungary never let any of them in to begin with. So there's that. because the Hungarians are saying, look, no. We fought off these barbarians, like 500, 700 years ago, okay? We're not dealing with these people again, okay? Because it's let's face it, Islam is incompatible with Western civilization.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, they won't allow. It's a political party with a religious aspect attached to it, man.
Yeah, they're just like a lot of Christians, in that they take everything their Bible says literally.
Yeah,
and you have to do it because the book says so.
Well, we've ditched a lot of stuff in the Old Testament because it was too grisly,
Yeah, and it wasn't true, probably.
And it was overly strict. Well, I mean, stoning someone for adultery, they still do that. The Muslims still do that, but we've given up the stonings. Okay. There's John Wilkes Booth. Like I said, another Booth, Mr. Lincoln. They have one army guy guarding the president. One armed guard. Whoa, I didn't know this was that graphic. Booth jumped off, got his spur caught in the drapes, busted his leg. He supposedly said either "death unto all tyrants" or "sic semper tyrannis." They were unsure what he said.
And we were taught in history, he said the South will rise again.
Well, "sic temper tyrannis" is basically death to all tyrants, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyways, we digress. Yeah, and with those stupid drug commercials, they're scaring the bejesus out of people, Philo.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it just goes on and on and on, and it's like, they show people before and they're all sweaty and coughing and hacking, and then afterwards they're wearing makeup, and that stupid one for the tardive dyskinesia or whatever.
Yep, I know.
They have that golden mug. They get this mug in the mail, and afterwards they all walk around with the mug in front of them with this creepy music on. It's horrible, man. And then you've got the guilt commercials too. There's a guilt commercial about the old women in the Ukraine, the Christians and Jews, something like that.
I haven't seen that one.
The society, oh my God, they run it night and day on a couple of channels. It's all she has to eat is this pot of wheat. This is Arena, and she shows this 96-year-old woman, and she says, "I'm doomed to starve. I can't grow my own food, so I'm doomed to starve." And RFK Jr. says these commercials are having disastrous impacts, man. And the commercials only spend 33% of the commercial time on the risks of the medications. But the other guilt ones are the children's hospital ones too. But
we see those all the time.
Yeah. Well, the kid that lived down at the No-Tell Motel in North Troy, his name was Gordon or Borden or something like that, right?
Yeah.
He was swayed by these guilt commercials. It was just mind-boggling. He says, "I'm going to send some money to those people." I'm there. Well, you ought to look into it before you send them the money, because he was stuck in this little motel room, and he's watching TV night and day. And every other commercial is the guilt commercial with these old Russian ladies, and it just affected him after a while. And get this, we were talking about that earlier, about that Ukrainian girl who got stabbed to death by that Skraeling in Charlotte, North Carolina, Philo.
Yes.
Well, guess what? This BLM. Their official account, the Black Lives Matter official account, put out a short video. It said that black folks have a right to violence.
Oh, of course.
What? A right to violence. And here's the thing.
Well, they're pretty violent as it is.
Yeah.
They commit 55% of all the murders in this country, right?
Yeah. And
But if we say that, we're racist.
yeah. And well, 90, something like 80-90% of their victims are black also.
Well, that's it. The rate of black on black violence is higher than any.
Yeah, get this. Here's a statistic for you. In Washington, D.C., since 2018, there were 11 whites were killed by these gangs and kids and whatever. 11 whitey, 1,200 blackie. Is that insane? 11 versus 1,200. So they are. They're you got a right to violence? You got it, Missy. It's coming right to you. And I don't know if she was Muslim or what, but she had on her head covering, you know. I wish I got a clip of that. I didn't. It came by too late on the damn tube. But and there's no surprise when they come up with baloney like the 1619 Project, which is baloney. It's made up crap. And what happens is you wind up getting the Ferguson effect, where the cops will not go in to neighborhoods and go through all this trouble busting people, only to have some judge or district attorney let them run free. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's right.
And speaking of which, the Ferguson effect. Here are the kids that murdered the 21-year-old intern on Capitol Hill. He was an intern for a congressman, Ron Estes, killed late June. Eric Tarpinian Yickham, 21, as a student at UMass, shot and killed in northwest D.C. around 10:28 p.m. on June 30th, when a group of unidentified suspects fired shots at him and two others, which included a 16-year-old male and an adult female. Last week it was reported that two 17-year-olds were arrested for his murder. The mugshots were finally released this week after authorities had hidden their identities for months. USAT Gene Pirro said the two juveniles are being charged as adults, and here they are right here. And what did their mothers say, Philo?
They're good boys.
They're very good boys. They're good boys. 17 years old. And I have a picture of myself at 17 with a sports car, a Saab Sonnet, 69 Saab Sonnet sports car, and 45 caliber replica of a machine gun. It was semi-auto, but it still fired 45s. Couldn't hit a bar side of a barn door, but damn it, it was just like a Thompson. And did I want to go shoot anybody? No. Are you kidding me? I had my whole life in front of me. I didn't want to wind up in the pokey. Yep. Unbelievable. They're very good boys. Oh, and in local news here, too, a Burlington gang member, we told you about this last week, Abdiaziz Drill Abdikader, 22.
Another Irishman.
Yeah. Well, don't you remember? He grew up on the old Abdikader farm, Philo.
Yeah, right next to Al-Qaeda farm.
Yeah, Al-Qaeda farm. Yeah. He's also known as Drill, as he will drill you. He was due for adult court trial on attempted murder charge next month because Slippery Sarah George has struck a deal allowed him to plead to a reduced aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for the February 12th, 22 shooting. The two sides agreed to a 5 to 7 year sentence. 5 to 7 years for murder, Philo.
That's the new sentence in Vermont. Everybody gets 7 years. Everybody. One of our good friends, Chrissy, got that.
Well, only that was after she'd been in the joint for like 7 years.
Yeah, well, that her sentence was 7 years to life, and then
Yeah.
then she got out, and then she reoffended.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They said that his victim, Hussein Mubarak, you remember him from the old Mubarak farm, right?
Oh yeah, right next to Hosni Mubarak.
Yeah. You know what Mubarak means in Arabic?
No, I don't.
Congratulations. I kid you not, man. Hussein had left his Riverside apartment on July 7th and was shot in the head near Luck Street in Intervale. He was shot about 7:40 p.m. and died around midnight. Initial reports indicate that up to 5 shots may have been fired. It took the Burlington police several months before they collected enough evidence to charge him in the homicide. Let's see. Pact, John Pact. Who's he? Oh, man. Oh, he's the judge. Judge John Pact agreed to set the jury trial in that murder charge for January 12th. Expected to last 2.5 weeks. A review of his involvement in the state computer system when he was 19 showed he is designated as the arrestee 23 times by local law enforcement.
Oh, he's got a few more before they get serious, you know.
23 arrests. He's a good boy, a very good boy. Besides his multiple arrests between 2015 and 2022, he's been a person of interest or suspect in 34 other incidents.
Huh.
Arrested 23 times and suspect in 34 other incidents. Police said in court papers. He was linked to a juvenile gang in Burlington. He is due for adult court trial when Slippery Sarah struck a deal allowed him to plead to reduce assault with a deadly weapon. They said, yada, yada, yada. Unbelievable. Oh, but he's going to get credit for time served since his arrest. Yep, and Slippery Sarah said it brought some sense of closure by resolving the shooting. And here's Drill on the left and Hussein on the right. Okay. They're just part of the lovely cultural differences that they brought to Vermont from Africa, Philo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. They sure did. They brought their lovely culture with them. And now we all be paying for it. Well, some more than others. Anyways, what was I had some news here. Some other local news. Oh, good grief, here we are. Here's another bleeding heart, whining article. Asylum angst. Volunteers helping asylum seekers in the Northeast Kingdom face a perilous new immigration landscape. And here's the snowflake, one of the head snowflakes up here, who's helping bring in the asylees. Because everybody's an asylee. You got to give everybody asylum.
Hey, I heard something interesting the other day. I heard Becca Balint is not going to run for re-election.
No kidding. They almost never do that, right, Todd?
Surprised, actually, yeah. Wow, good for her.
Yeah. It'd be a good start for term limits. Maybe she could, maybe it'll spread to Bernie.
Maybe she's going to run for governor.
Bernie just had like an 86th birthday or something.
I think he's 82, but I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think it's 86. Should we bet?
73.
Yeah.
I think
84.
I think it's 82.
82? Are you
Bob
sure?
Dylan, same age as Bob Dylan.
Oh, wow.
He is.
Wow. Same tribe, too.
Well,
Oy.
it looks like he's right in the middle. He's 84.
84. I knew it. 84.
You were closer.
Damn it. Take it easy.
Yell at the accountant.
Oh, good luck with that. For the past few years, Daisy McCoy has opened up her spare bedroom in Linden to asylum seekers from all over the world. They've come from Togo, Honduras, Uganda, Cuba, Yemen, to the Northeast Kingdom town where McCoy, a retired math professor, and a team of volunteers has eagerly received them. Okay, let's see what kind of trouble they're getting. Oh, one of them got arrested. Nafu, a West African named Nafiu Lamidi, was arrested without warning during a routine checkup with Immigration Customs in St. Albans. Her latest guest was arrested, sent to a federal prison in New Hampshire, has been confined there ever since. Nafiu is the fourth asylum seeker that stayed with me. He's the first one that had any problems with Immigration and Customs. Until recently, the volunteers who were not formally trained in law focused on registering the newcomers for English classes, outfitting them for winter conditions. Remember when they keep trying to take them skiing, Philo?
Yes.
They take them skiing, both cross-country and downhill. They take them skiing, and instead of skiing, they just stand around shivering, man.
Well, of course. It would be like trying to teach some people like to play ice hockey or something.
You know, they still do it. They still do it. Oh, sure. Yeah. We want to go in where it's warm. What are you, crazy? Yeah. Now they spend their days parsing the finer parts of the law with attorneys, organizing rallies. Oh, yes, just what we need. More rallies. More snowflake rallies. Snowflake rallies. Oh, reminds me, Paul is printing my letter to the editor in this week's 7 days.
Oh, okay.
Raising money to pay the mounting legal fees to free Lamidi from prison. Why would we want to free this West African guy from prison? I mean, is he got is he got like a medical degree? I mean, is he going to invent something? Is he got some specialized mad skills that we need? You know what I mean, Philo?
Yeah.
What the hell? Why are we bringing in these people? Like Trump said, we're from these S-hole countries. He brings in a few South African farmers and they all go crazy. Let's see, the whole tenor of the group has really changed, said Nancy Tooney, 78, a member of the board. Tooney helped found the group after she got involved writing letters to immigrants held in detention centers near the U.S.-Mexico border. Oh, speaking of which, they've been going heavy on the border last few days, Philo.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I did helicopters going back and forth over North Troy. You can see them. They come right all the way over to Derby or whatever, in light planes like Cessnas. It's they're squeezing the southern border, so they must be pushed them up here into Canada. I came here to ask for protection because I have a credible fear in my country, Lamidi said in halting English. I'm afraid to be deported to my country. I'm not a criminal. I'm a gentle person, he said during a call from prison. He fled his country, Benin, due to threats against him and his family that he did not elaborate on. What kind of threats are you... Dude, you want to come to this country, you said that there's threats. Well, what kind of threats are they? Oh, I can't elaborate on them. Well, why not? Against him and his family. What is he, gay? That's the only thing that they I mean, if you're gay or if you're do witchcraft or something, who knows? Let's see. The Northeast Kingdom might seem an unlikely destination, but Lamidi had heard of Vermont well before he arrived in January. Years earlier, the same support network helped a childhood friend of his who sought asylum, and Lamidi hoped he would find support and a familiar face if he could make it to the Green Mountain State. Last August, he left his wife and 3 kids behind and crossed the U.S. for Mexico in November. Border Patrol grabbed him and detained him in Arizona. He requested asylum, claiming a fear of persecution in Benin, but he was released January on condition he report to scheduled check-ins. He flew to Vermont, where he moved in with McCoy and checked in with ICE in February without issue. What the hell, man? The Trump administration has tested the limits of presidential power by vastly expanding the power of categories of immigrants who can be detained. Yeah, we're full up. We're done with a bunch of welfare recipients. This guy's going to bring over his wife and 3 kids, probably his in-laws if his family is supposedly getting threats. You know they're going to bring a busload of them, and what happens? You wind up, one of the kids winds up turning into a gangbanger named Drill. Oh, sure. His room in McCoy's house is just how he left it on the morning he was suddenly detained. The bed is neatly made. A prayer rug he gave him is rolled up and tucked away. Oh, a prayer rug too, Philo.
Oh, I can go for that, yeah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
I won't be using it, but, you know.
Remember, if you want to become a Muslim, all you have to do is say, Ali, Allah, 3 times. Bang, you're a Muslim. Yep. And in the closet hang Lamidi's winter clothes, essentials of his nascent Vermont life. I mean, it's horrible, Philo. It's horrible what they're doing to these poor people.
Hey, I just got a good one for you.
Yeah?
I'm looking at some news things, and who said the number one reason people come to the U.S. illegally is to defraud systems like Social Security, and I want to stop it. 1996, Chuck Schumer.
Oh, of course. That's when they were sane. Once upon a time.
Please continue.
Okay. Here's some from last week. Oh, good grief. They passed some legislation here, lo and behold. The new law, the legislation conceived and passed in the final weeks with little fanfare capped the prices that hospitals can charge for outpatient prescription drugs, Philo.
Wow.
The new law has already been credited with slashing some proposed insurance rates by more than half. Additional savings anticipated in a separate late session bill that will give the Green Mountain Care Board allow them to limit what hospitals can charge for care by tying prices to Medicare reimbursement rates. So a couple of simple little laws can save a boatload of money. And apparently is. The new cap on hospital drug prices has already bent the cost curve by more than previous policies, according to Ginny Lyons, who's been in the legislature for 25 years. I'm pretty sure she's the one that's always knitting down there, Philo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went for a bunch of hearings for the weed laws and stuff years ago. And I think it's her that would sit there and knit and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting. Let's see. They tried an all-payer under Shumlin, but that didn't work out. Oh, and they're pushing for the regulators are looking to audit Burlington Electric Department.
Huh.
Carrick Johnson, the new leader of the DPS, proposed that they hire an outside firm to perform a focused management audit. In a statement to 7 Days, the general manager, Darren Springer, said he and his team acknowledge and take accountability for instances of the power company not performing to expectations. Yeah, third-party review. Go figure, you think? They had a troubling pattern of regulatory errors, inconsistencies, and shortfalls. The PUC had a public rebuke of BED. A scathing July 31st letter outlined 11 examples of significant mistakes and oversights. The utility lost nearly $1 million in renewable energy credits to a lack of record keeping. It's also been more mundane missteps such as underpaying property owners for the power their solar arrays generated. The commissioners found the errors to be part of a troubling pattern that may require a more holistic approach to address. Well, remember that's where the electric department, that's where Harpo Marx went. Remember, he was spokesman for Mia Weinberger.
Really?
Yeah, what was his name? Mickey Kanarek.
Oh.
Remember that Leahy that the Russians supposedly, this was when Trump first got elected last time, the Russians supposedly hacked into Burlington Electric Department computers in the middle of winter, Philo, remember?
I heard about it.
Yeah, and they were going to shut down the whole power grid or something, according to Leahy's office, and Mickey Kanarek. That's the guy who looks just like Harpo Marx. And before that, Mickey, before he became spokesman for Mia Weinberger, he worked for that Siegelman guy, the governor of Alabama that got thrown in the pokey for some corrupt crap or something. So then he comes up to Burlington, gets a job for Mia Weinberger, and then he worked for Weinberger for a few years, and then Weinberger gave him a cushy job at the power company. And we haven't heard about him since. Man, oh man.
Hey, Steve, were you telling me about Charlie Kirk getting shot?
Getting what?
Getting shot. You were mentioning... No?
No, Charlie Kirk, he's the one that did the survey.
Yeah, because it said here, I don't know if this is true or not, but it says that he just got shot.
Today?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. This is Facebook, so it could be very, very false.
He's supposed to be in Utah, given on campuses up there.
I'm gonna Google it, see if it's true.
Yeah, because he has a 12 o'clock show on America's Voice channel, AMVO, and he was out of the studio up in Utah, going to college campuses, and his show was being run by...
Steve, look at this. Charlie Kirk was shot at an event in Utah.
No way.
Yeah, I got it on NBC News. A suspect is in custody, but they're not saying who it is.
What's his condition?
He shot him in the neck, and it isn't good.
No way.
Yeah, it's right here. I pulled up NBC News.
Wow. Hang on, let me take a look. No, I'll catch it later.
Yeah, catch it later, Steve.
The show must go on.
Yeah.
In the neck, and it doesn't look good?
You can cover it next week.
He's got yeah, right. If there is a next week for me. He's got a wife and like 3 kids or something.
He's got 2 kids, yep.
Wow. And wackos. That outfit of his, Turning Point USA, I mean, that's an incredible outfit.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Well, speaking of which, Trump went out yesterday. He took his vice president and the Secretary of Defense and another cabinet member. He took him out to dinner in Washington, D.C. to show how safe it was, Philo.
Yep.
And he got ambushed by the Code Pink wackos at a restaurant. And they and he could have been taken out. Their Secret Service protection was minimal, to say the least, and they were all screaming bloody murder. Oh, and here we are too. The hearing where everybody was going nuts on Monday or Tuesday with RFK Jr. They had Dr. Malone up there yesterday, the guy who partially invented the MNRA a drug platform. He what happened is the guy was lying. The guy who was anti-RFK, he was just blatantly lying, and it turns out that they had this Dr. Zerbos guy had a Detroit an autism study in Detroit, right, Philo, like 20 years ago?
Yep.
An autism and vaccine study, and so Ron Johnson had him in on a hearing, and this Dr. Zerbos study, I think it's spelled Zerbos. I didn't have time to look it up before I came in. The Zerbos study proved that the vaccines, none of the kids who didn't take the vaccine had any kind of autism or ADHD or anything. So, I mean, it was a controlled study group. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy. And they're going to bring it up in the hearing, but I don't know, somebody wouldn't allow it. And it was wild to watch Bobby Kennedy just fence with these guys like Senator Ron Wyden and just dismantle them and their arguments one at a time. Bing, bang, boom. It was crazy. Just crazy.
I never used to think much about term limits, and now I'm convinced that we have to have them.
It sure seems like a good idea to me.
The only thing is, everybody that wants term limits, they want term limits for everybody but their senator or their representative.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not in that camp anymore. 2 terms, get out.
Yeah. You're in, you're out. And don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. So it's crazy, man. It looks like RFK Jr. was right all along. And there are studies out there that prove he was right. And we all knew it would be a matter of time before the truth comes out, because the truth always comes out. It always does. There's not much you can do about it. Yeah, the Department of Justice has found out that Biden, that Biden's regime had targeted Christians during COVID. I mean, well, yeah, they wouldn't let anybody worship or go to church, yet you could go to Wall Hog.
Yes, and a liquor store and a gun shop.
Yeah, weed stores. Yeah, you could do all of that stuff, but you couldn't go to church, mister. You can't congregate. Oh, and here's one. Looks like our buddy Klaus Schwab is out at the World Economic Forum, Vilo.
It's about time somebody wised up to that imbecile.
Yeah, we want the world and we want it now. He's been replaced by Larry Fink. Hey!
That's better.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, and they the news outfits, the traditional news outfits would not show the video of this Ukrainian girl getting killed on that train down in Charlotte, because they said it was too graphic or blah blah blah, or it'll cause racial whatever animosity. Yet they had no problem running the George Floyd video over and over and over again until the streets erupted into riots in 2020, Philo.
Okay, Steve, last but not least.
Oh, man. Last but not least. Oh, well, it's crazy. Okay, last but not least. It looks like Senator Marsha Blackburn, you know, the woman from Tennessee with the big hair?
Yep.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Anyways, she's been threatened. She's been threatened by one of these trans people. And that's another thing, you know? The trans folks, it's like, I don't know, 6 out of the last 10 mass shootings have been committed by trans people, trans kids. Well, once again, you wasted a perfectly good hour of your life watching this stupid show. So hopefully we'll see you again next week. God will, inshallah, as the Hebrews say, God willing, and the creek don't rise. So until then, get down on your hands and knees. Sniff the bum of the guy in the man dress in front of you. Head east, worship the rock in Mecca, and go Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Akbar.
I want you to look at this and think about, again, some people love hamburgers, some don't, really want to respect all ways of life, but if this is appealing to you, just think of this when you think of vaccination. Vaccination. I'm getting a very good feeling about vaccination right this moment. Thank you to Randy Garudi and, of course, Danny Meyer, who's doing so much to help us with the recovery, and the entire team. I've got to finish chewing for a moment. I think that would be more dignified, don't you think?
Ouch. Bad time to be a smuggler.
That was Operation Pacific Viper.
How much are they getting paid?
Oh, while the chanters train under
work. And Hyundai, one question. Are y'all hiring?
The media is ignoring voters and trying to give icebreakers air support, but Homan's not taking it. He took a break from bagging Merrill dads to ice MSNBC.
I'd love some transparency as to why a lot of these people have been disappeared.
Here's the rhetoric again, right? You just meant disappeared. That is a ridiculous thing to say.
Why?
Because ICE is doing the same thing we've done for decades. Comments like you just made is one of the reasons why these men and women are under threat every day.
You live in New York?
Who are you?
Don Lemon.
You're a moron, dude.
Thank you. So are you.
Yeah, oh, that's very nice of you
Yeah,
to
nice to
say.
see you.
Except you've never heard anything I've had to say, and I've heard a whole bunch of what you've
I'm glad you watched me.
Do you have anything interesting to say? Do you want to ask me?
Yeah, I think this is very interesting right now because you're not making any sense, and so far you're not able to defend yourself.
Hey, I'm not trying to defend myself.
Yeah.
I called you a moron. I don't need to defend that because it's accurate.